How big is the gap?
No, I don't think we could speak of how big the gap is because it's the leap that you take is it's a quite a vast area. That's just my opinion. It's totally different to try and emulate a domestic game to an international game. The intensity is totally different. The bowlers you face are totally different, and the bowlers you're bowling against, the batters you're bowling against, is also highly skilled. So I do think the gap is there. I don't know how big the gap is, but there's definitely. I can't say you can speak of the two in the same sentence. I've been reasonably happy with the way things have gone, but in the same breath, I've been very frustrated as well. I think I've got 340s, which if people know me, it really grinds me. I'm one of those guys. I'd rather go out for a low score than get a 40 or 50 and go out. I mean, the hard work's already been done, and all you have to do is just supply yourself a little bit more. But saying that, after what has happened in the previous series in India, I'll take the form I've had so far in the series. There's still 2 more innings left in the series, and I'm going to try and make it count personally. By you mean South Africa? Yeah. Okay. I think the English players seem to know their game very well. You find maybe 2 years ago they were in a similar position as us, whereas they were getting beaten by Australia or another team for that matter. And their players have adapted very quickly, and it seems like they know their roles very well. It looks like they've got a lot of impact players within their side. I think a guy like Ben Stokes adds a huge amount of advantage with bat and ball, and even fielding at gully. So yeah, they're also a very experienced unit, especially with the ball in hand. If you look at their bowlers, they know their stuff. You can see it's not their first Test series. Let's put it that way. They're definitely highly skilled and highly focused, and they know what to do in the international circuit. I think the best is to try and laugh it off. I think if you let it affect you, it's possibly taking a few steps back instead of going forward. I mean, I'm sure every player would say he doesn't read the media, but I sit here and I say I do read the media. But I think if you're a little bit thick-skinned and if you try and take the positives out of it, I think that's the best way to sum it up. It is a little bit disheartening to hear those things in the media, but you got to, as a unit. I've mentioned this before. The Proteas Test side is a very tight unit, and the cricket might not reflect that we are a tight unit, but we are. I can vouch for that. So yeah, it's a little bit unpleasant hearing what the guys have to say in the media, but yet again, that's their opinions, and I know where I sit. The Proteas side is a strong unit, and the best thing is, I guess, for the guys just to try and feed off the positives. With regards to our prep, I think our preparation has been brilliant. I think that's a non-negotiable for us. It's always been a standard that we've had in the Proteas side ever since I've been involved here. So no, I think our prep's been spot on. With regards to something else that we could have added in our team, I'm not sure of what area we could have focused on. Maybe if I think about it a little bit longer, something could come to me, but I can't think of an area that we could actually focus on solely, because I'm one of those guys. Whatever the selectors and whatever the team management and whatever the captain wants on the field that day is what I'm happy with. If it means that I have to be the spinner for the test, I'm more than willing to put my hand up and bowl a few overs for the captain and do what the captain requires. But with regards to what we're going to put out in the last test, I'm not sure of what the plans are. Like I mentioned, I'm not part of that process and the selection criteria. I'm not sure of what we're going to do now. My words are still pretty firm with regards to what's been said in the media is quite quite wrong and a little bit hurtful. I think the guys within our management deserve a lot more respect shown, especially by guys who've actually worked with them in the past. I can only take my hat off and give our management massive amounts of credit. What people don't know what our management do behind closed doors, and I've witnessed what they do, and I can never fault them for what they've done with regards to their work ethic, with regards to them trying to prepare the guys best ways possible, with regards to them giving the players the freedom to prepare their own way. They've shown a lot of seniority within the team, I think, which is still a very young side. They definitely have, excuse me, they've definitely ticked all the boxes in my eyes. I do think a specialist batting coach would add a lot of value. I know that there have been a few guys asked to help us, to a bit of a negative response. So I do think there will be a lot of value, especially with a young unit. Even though you're playing for South Africa, you sometimes do need that little bit of fine-tuning from someone else that's just maybe observing from the sideline. So I do think there's a lot of value and good benefit for one in the squad. But with regards to who is, I'm not sure who.